Dr. Lori. I'm in Brewster, Massachusetts on Cape Cod. That's right, thrift with me. So I hear all this chatter about no one wants china, and you know what? There's a lot of great china out there. So I'm going to show you some of the great china. So looking here quickly, if I just look here, my eyes go in there. Why is it going here? First of all, covered. Now you should recognize Limoges. I've taught you enough that you should recognize Limoges. So covered casserole dish. Here's the other part of the dish. Covered casserole dish. Very good shape. Very nice piece with the handles. I'm going to put it up here. I don't want to drop it. With the handles, with the one of the more popular patterns, right? Nice pink floral patterns. The gilded detail. The ribbon, this is called the ribbon finial. The ribbon finial looks like a ribbon on the top. And then you've got the serpentine edge. It's unmarked. So you've got to recognize this Limoges, this French Limoges piece of porcelain by, of course, the design, because sometimes they are unmarked. It's a gorgeous piece. It's in great shape, and that's what goes to my eye first. Handles are also the ribbons, $18. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, $10. Huh. I thought it said 18. $10. $10. So what's it worth? $150. $150 is what actual people pay when they resell this piece. This piece is sitting here. Beautiful, perfect condition. Now there might have been more with it, but that's just a gorgeous set. So there's France. So that's very nice. From there, the next thing that I see on this shelf of stuff, I'm not looking at the white, this is revival ironstone. So we talk about that 19th century ironstone. That's revival ironstone. That's from the more contemporary late 20th century. So that's from like the 80s, 90s. So I'd leave all of that there. If you need it functional, okay, but I'd leave that there. And I'd go right here to these German pieces. So these, of course, are old-fashioned canister sets. So here's tea with the nice, it's the windmill that reflects what's called the Dutch Delft style, but this stuff is made in Germany, not made in the Netherlands or Holland. So while you have that idea, of course, of the windmills of the Dutch, and you've got tea, sugar's in the back. I don't know if you can see the sugar. I'm excited because they have their covers. They have the lids. I will show you the mark. It says Germany very clearly. Remember that usually these come in sets of 12 or 24. So they can come in very big sets. This is nice hard paste ceramic. They are painted here with the nice windmill. They have the covers. I've got tea and sugar, vinegar. It doesn't look like I have oil, so it looks like I have vinegar with its stopper, and that is the match. So there's the vinegar stopper. Oatmeal. Barley and oatmeal and rice were very common in the late 19th and early 20th century as part of a canister set. We think of coffee, tea, sugar, flour, but rice, oatmeal, and barley were oftentimes included. So there's rice and there's coffee. So you've got 3 of the 4 main ones. You don't have flour for our contemporary canister sets usually have coffee, tea, flour, sugar. So you have 3 of those 4 here. You do have rice and oatmeal, vinegar. If you have the cruets, you really want oil and vinegar, but you do have a nice set here. They want $5 for each piece. Each piece easily $60. So 60, 120, 60, 120. There's 240, then you've got another 60, and I mean, so for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, for $30, you're gonna make over $200 on this, probably close to $280 on those. Those are great. Those are beautiful. Early 20th century, nice pieces, and you see the hand-painted work, the hand-painted imagery. You see the gilt work as well. All of them have their lids. A lot of them don't have the lids. So I like that. That's a real bargain too. I drink a lot of coffee, and I will say that to have the coffee jars are oftentimes nice. I don't know how much they want for them, but they're a little bit dirty. So I might leave those there. And then I always look on shelves like these because usually something is pretty good hidden away in shelves like these. I'll point out this cup, my dad. So, you know, there are signs in the world. So my dad actually is a reminder here. I'll put this cup over here. Cute. And I was going for this bowl. Here's why. I can't really see what's inside the bowl from where I'm standing right now. I can't see, but what I see here is this shape. And notice that nice flared shape, and that's why I'm going for the bowl, for the shape, and that's why. See that? I figured there was going to be something good inside this bowl based on looking at it from a cross section. So I want you to start to understand a cross section. There's a little bit of course, gilding, and then there's all of this work inside. And it's a nice shape. Now, the shape looks back to the classical antique, which means the late 19th century for the decoration, but for, you know, these images, but the decoration overall dates to about the middle part of the 1950s, 1960s. So that's unusual. You don't typically see that. This shape is really a 1960s era shape. It's made in Germany here. You can see the Germany underneath, and you see it says jade on top. Now, Bavarian manufacturer, that's actually, the stamp has gone over itself, so that's why it's a little bit hard to read that stamp. But this is a nice piece and a nice shape. So I guess what I'm trying to teach you is if you can look at the design first and you go, there's got to be something good there, then investigate. But don't spend too much time just looking for the same old thing. A good design here, that's a really nice piece. Look at the condition. The condition is like perfect. It doesn't look like anybody even looked at this ever. $8. What's it worth? $75. So that's great. That's 10%. You're going to pay 10% for that. I'm putting that right back there with the little Carl cup, which goes back there too. Okay. Bye, Dad. That's fun. A lot of you get confused with pottery. I don't want you to be confused. Here's a nice piece of what's called art pottery. Okay. What's art pottery? Art pottery has all different glazes, nice forms. This was done by a studio ceramist, a studio artist, who is working in this manner, signed on the bottom. Usually the signature is incised or cut in. And it's really the form that you're looking at as well as the glaze. Now, I know a lot of my home is decorated in these colors. Maybe your homes are too. These colors are really quite fine. $8 is a nice number for this. I would say $25 to $30 for that particular piece. A local artisan, studio art potter made that particular piece. And then right in front, time of the year, if this, you know, at a certain time of the year, these aren't even going to be here. This time of the year, you're dealing with Spode, and this is really quite fine. Nice examples, new, but you don't usually see the Spode planter, and a lot of people look for the Spode planter. Why? Can't get them as much. Also known as a cachet pot. So, but a little plant, cachet pot. This particular piece, there's your Spode mark. And that's in nice condition as well. So you're looking at that piece, very nice in terms of it. Also, they want 20 for it. So 20, in fact, you know, can be like 100 in a store like this. So 20, I think, is a good price for it. New, it probably went for 85 new. Today, I would probably say you could get about 70. You can get 70 from this if you were to resell it. Spode is very well known for this design, this very characteristic tree, the Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree is also, again, a really good example of what Spode was known for. There are a lot of Spode knockoffs too, so you're going to see those Spode knockoffs that have the same kind of feel. This is all real Spode, but it is all newer. So late 20th century is what you're seeing here with these pieces, just so you get a sense of that. These are nice. These are the nice candlesticks with the thumb press. That's right here, the thumb press. But look right there. You see that? So they want $8 for these. I'm guessing it's $8 each because there's a tag on each one. Sometimes you can negotiate that down. But you see that crack? That crack says to me, leave the candlesticks there even though they're nice. For $16 for the pair, I think that's a little high because I think you're only going to get $25 out of those. Salt and pepper shakers, you could collect them. People like them. I would say with salt and pepper shakers, leave them behind. A lot of people use them. If they're part of a set that you're trying to put together, sure. But other than that, no. A box like this I really like. Masking tape's a little bit easier to get off than, of course, other types of tape. I've talked to you about that. And remember, it's going to depend on the material, which material you use. So this piece, let's see how much this piece is. Right here, I think that says 10. So I would say 25 there. So you're going to make more than double on that, almost triple on that. These two I probably would not let sit in this particular place. But remember, I don't buy anything when I do these. I do these videos for you. I'm not trying to compete with you. I want you to find these values, so come thrift with me.